Whenever you encounter an angry customer, you're actually looking at a two-in-one problem here. Number one, you are dealing with the feelings of the customer. Why did he get angry or mad in the first place? And secondly, you have to go to look at the problem as to why he was angry or mad in the first place. So you don't just solve one and leave the other one. Chances are that if you solve his feeling or suit his feeling rather, and then you do not solve the problem as to why he got angry or mad in the first place, you're probably going to lose that customer. Remember, people come back to buy where they felt good in the first place. And you should understand that customers are the lubricant of every business. If your customers do not come back, you're going to fall short on sales, you're going to fall short on revenue, and if you fall short on revenue, of course, you're going to fall short on profit. In little or no time, such kind of business is going to die off. And so the next time you encounter an angry customer, do well to keep these 6 ideas in mind. In today's content, we are going to tell you those 6 ideas that can help you to turn this obstacle into an opportunity, where customers will turn, or angry customers are going to turn into loyal customers and keep racking in the sales for you. The first idea we have for you is to remain calm or keep your cool whenever you meet an angry customer. I'm going to tell you the reason why keeping calm or cool is very beneficial for you. Number one, remember that the customer is the problem here, not you. He is the one with the problem. So allow him or her to blow off the steam. Understand that angry people say a lot of irrational things that they don't even mean, because that is just what happened in the heat of the moment. So allow them to blow off that steam. It is you now who is going to take an offensive position, but in a positive manner. Say something like, "Oh, we are sorry that you're upset. What can we do to help you in this situation?" That is you being offensive, but in a positive way. You should never allow the customer to drive you into being in the defensive mood. Actually, that is what you naturally would do. But with practice, you can learn how to avoid being defensive. If you're defensive, that is when you begin to criticize the customer instead of listening to him. You begin to say things that the customer will get even more angry. It's like throwing fire into fire. It doesn't really solve anything. So take the offensive approach rather than the defensive. Nobody wants to be treated like a fool. If you make your customer feel like he's foolish, he is going to find another way to come back to you. And when he does that, you're probably going to lose that customer for life. And that is not what you want for your business. So listen to the customer. It is even a better way for you to understand what could possibly be wrong with your business. And when you understand what is wrong with your business, it's going to help you to avoid similar situations in the future. Now, what if the customer, you're trying to calm him down and he's making a scene out of it? It will be best for you to direct that customer to a quiet place where others will not be distracted, or is going to distort your business for the day. Take that customer to a private place where you can calm him down and further talk things out. Listen with empathy and for the fact. That is the second idea we are going to talk about today. Many customers will begin to calm down after you listen to the initial outburst. In situations like that, that means you begin to understand what is going on with the customer. What if you don't even understand what the customer is saying? Then it will be appropriate for you to start asking leading questions, like trying to paraphrase what the customer is saying. Like, okay, you can ask questions like, so what actually did cause this problem to happen? For instance, if the customer bought an item from you and then the item, in the process of trying to get it set up, got spoiled, that is the reason for him to get angry. So you can ask, what happened that this actually got to this place? The customer will now begin to explain how the setup was done and what actually led to that. If you're knowledgeable about why that could have happened, then you begin to lean towards solving the problem. You begin to nod your head if you don't understand, or if you understand. Give him that impression that you're listening to him. This is not the time for you to bring out the book and ask the customer to start filling information. That is more like a routine thing, and the customer is going to feel that you're not empathetic or you're not listening to him. You're just doing the routine thing that every other person is doing. Customers want to be heard, and so if you listen and then you begin to put yourself in the customer's shoe, you like ask things like, I understand how you feel. In fact, if I were in your position, I would act the same way or even worse. But then, let us see how we can help you. That way, you're beginning to put yourself in the customer's shoes, and then he will feel more relaxed to listen to you. The third idea on the list is for you to take action. Now that you've been able to understand what the problem could have been, it is best for you to take action towards solving the problem. This is not the time for you to start telling the customer what you cannot do. Rather, tell him what you can do to solve the problem. Lead him to someone who can solve the problem better than you if your company or you are not in the best position to solve the problem. And if the fault was from your company, profusely or sincerely apologize for the situation. And if there's anything your company can do to ameliorate the problem, by all means necessary, please do. If the customer is even entitled to a refund, please refund. The key is for you to keep the customer happy and not angry. Happy customers will always come back, and angry customers will never come back. In fact, they even get to the point where they begin to tell about 8 to 10 other people bad things about your company, and by the time they tell 8 to 10 people about your company something bad, those other 8 to 10 people will also tell another 10, and that is how the chain of bad reviews are going about your company. So by all means necessary, try to solve the problem once you understand what the problem is, and that way you're gonna keep your customer happy instead of making him angry. The fourth idea for today is that you should bring the problem to a polite end. Yes, whenever you have solved the problem of the customer, ask him or her, is there any other further problem that you think you need to discuss with me? Or are there any other things you feel you have left unsaid so we can see how to solve the problem? And if the customer says no, then kindly and politely, in fact sincerely, thank the customer for bringing out those issues to bear. Now you'll be asking, why would you even thank someone who was mad at you? The thing is, he told you a problem which is worth solving, and that is going to stop it from happening in future. By the time you do this, the customer is going to feel even more relaxed, and even after the customer has left, try to make follow-up call, routine call back to ask the customer, how is the situation of things right now? Do you feel or find any other challenges after now? The moment you begin to do this, the customer will feel very at ease with you. He will feel and understand that you were not just doing a routine job, but rather you took his problem personally and are looking after his best interest. Tell me how that customer is not going to keep coming back for you. He is going to be a loyal customer. The fifth idea is, don't expect to win them all. No matter how patient, helpful, and understanding you are, there will be a small percentage of irate customers that is impossible to satisfy. Quite unfortunate, some customers are just plain angry, and they get their satisfaction from giving others a hard time. And so if you have someone who refuses to calm down or insists on being a distraction or obnoxious despite your best effort, calmly tell the person, if we are going to continue to do business, it has to be a good deal for both of us. It doesn't just have to favor you alone, it has to favor me as well. Then calmly offer him a refund if he's entitled to one, and move on. If customer shows a definite sign of becoming hostile or violent, don't try to handle it alone. Get help from higher management or the authorities. Dealing with angry customers takes a wealth of self-control, and it is a tough job for even the best of all. Of course, you're going to be a lot of tension inside dealing with these people here and there. So you could do things like playing tennis, swimming, taking a walk, beat a pillow, jog, get a punching bag, and don't expect to always be perfect in dealing with angry customers. You are human too, and you would definitely get it hard trying to solve their own problem. If you need the sixth idea, drop it in the comment section that you need the sixth idea on how to handle an angry customer, and we will make a video for it. But if you like what we have done so far, it would be best if you subscribe to the channel to encourage us to bring up or building content like this. Also do well to like, share, and subscribe this content. Oh, did I say it right? like, share. Okay, like, share, so that others can also benefit from this information. It is going to help us well. It's going to ginger us to keep bringing up content like this. If you need the sixth idea, remember, drop in the comment section that we should make or give out the sixth idea, and we will do it in our next video. Also tell us where you're watching from and let us share the love together. Love you guys.